Hey guys, it's John V here with PhoneArena, and this is our quick unboxing video of the 6th generation iPad and some of our first impressions. I'll be frank, it's been a while since I've used an iPad, so I gotta get acquainted with it again. As far as the packaging concerned, it looks like it's the same from before. You have a profile image of the new iPad right in front. I guess it's scaled correctly, that's how skinny it is. You have the Apple logo, the iPad name, and then on the back, when you flip it over, it's going to tell you which version of the iPad you have, what the storage is, as well as the color. So the first thing we come across when opening up the packaging is the iPad itself. This version here is a 32GB model, Wi-Fi only, and it's the gold colored version. Next up, we have the cable, the usual USB, Lightning to USB cable, and you have the usual documentation as well. And finally, you're going to find the wall adapter to charge the iPad. To me, the color of this iPad looks like it's almost rose gold just because of the way it reflects light at certain angles, but as I told you already, it is the gold colored version. Setting it up was pretty quick and simple, seeing that I'm using an iPhone 10 already. At a certain point, it's going to tell you to bring it nearby so it can help me with the setup process. And what it did for me was basically get it connected online. I didn't have to search for a Wi-Fi network. It gathered that information from the iPhone 10 and automatically connected for me. So this iPad looks very much like the iPads before it. The last one I used was the iPad Air 2. And to me, this looks very similar, though the iPad 2 Air seems to be a little bit skinnier, but it's not that bad. Solidly constructed. The design language is pretty much the same as before. You have your Lightning port and your speaker down the bottom. On the right side, you're going to have your volume controls. Up top, there's a power button and the headphone jack. The only thing I noticed that's not on here is the mute switch that I've seen in other previous versions of the iPad. It still has a Touch ID fingerprint sensor below the display as well. For me, the biggest change here are the gestures used to navigate around the user interface. It just took me a little bit of time getting acquainted with it. For example, if I want to quickly access the navigation bar, I just quickly swipe from the bottom up to access it at any time. And if I want to get to that multi-window view to see all the apps I'm running, I gotta swipe up from the bottom and hold it to get to that view. You also gain access to the control center as well. But I noticed that they still employ the same 5-finger gestures from what I'm used to. For example, if you swipe very quickly left and right, you could switch between 2 apps very quickly. If you do like a pinch gesture with 5 fingers, you could close the app itself. So those are some new things that I have to learn, but besides that, it's a very familiar user interface. The 6th generation iPad is currently available right now. You can pick it up in either 32GB or 128GB capacities, and it starts at $329. But if you're a school, you're going to get it at the discounted rate of $299. And that is it for this quick unboxing and first impressions with the new iPad. I'll be checking it out a little bit more for an in-depth review. So if you guys want to learn more about it, you can check out our website, PhoneArena.com. This is John V, signing off.